Namaste and welcome to this edition of The Nation at 5. I'm Anand Narasimhan and we begin with the big development that's happened over the weekend, and it's come to the fore or has been disclosed this Tuesday morning. A big blow that's been delivered to the global terror infrastructure with the death or the neutralizing of one of the world's most wanted terrorists, the leader of the Al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri, the number 2 after Osama bin Laden, who has now been killed in Kabul. The United States making the announcement, and it was led by President Joe Biden, who said that an authorized precision-tailored airstrike to target Zawahiri. This, they have revealed, he was hiding in a safe house located in downtown Kabul. 2 Hellfire missiles were used in this operation that killed bin Laden's successor. Ayman al-Zawahiri, a key architect involved in multiple attacks in the United States. He's of Egyptian origin and was a surgeon by profession before he became the dreaded and most wanted terrorist across the world. He's deeply involved in the planning of the September 11 attacks in 2001. Reactions coming in from across the world, with Canada, Saudi Arabia, all calling it a victory against terror. Inputs also suggesting that the origin of the drone was one of the Middle Eastern countries which are actually friendly to Afghanistan, and there was also use of the Pakistani airspace. Now reports coming in that say that Saif al-Adil may be his successor. But there is a different line of facts coming in from the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. Just 15 hours before the strike that took down Ayman al-Zawahiri, CNN News 18 spoke with the Interior Minister of Afghanistan, Sirajuddin Haqqani, the Sargana or the head of the Haqqani network, a wanted terrorist himself, someone who's got a bounty announced by the US on his head, but is currently the Home Minister or Interior Minister of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Sirajuddin Haqqani not only said that his government is fighting terror groups in his country, but he said that there is no presence of Al-Qaeda in his country. He actually went on to say that the Al-Qaeda is defunct, incapable of doing any harm, and is as good as dead. That's what he said. Listen in. Would you like to clarify your position and where you as Interior Minister of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan stand? And this is for the Indian audience.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem.
Bismillah al-Rahman al-Rahim. First of all, I thank your country, your countrymen, your channel and the employees of your channel for the interview, and I welcome you here. I extend my gratitude and respect. I, at the beginning of this interview, wish to clear all doubts and suspicions that are prevailing in India and world at large. That Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan has come into existence with support of Pakistan. I wish to draw your attention that the last 20 years in Afghanistan was a period of annexation, aggression and ulterior motives of the imperial forces to occupy the land of Afghanistan. Whatever they wish to call it, it was for an occupation. Our holy jihad to free our country from the imperialistic power is our legitimate right. We strive to establish diplomatic relations with India, our neighboring countries in the region and the world at large. Our freedom, our sovereignty and self-respect is our legitimate right.
But Mr. Sirajuddin Haqqani, the Indian security establishment, the people at large have several concerns, largely about terror outfits like the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the Lashkar-e-Toiba in Afghanistan, and the threat posed by them to Indian interests. Do you agree?
Afghanistan was at war with the external forces since 40 years, and the last 20 years we have been fighting the world for our legitimate right. Our soil is not meant for foreigners, but it belongs to the people of Afghanistan. And we have assured to the neighboring regional countries and to the world that the soil of Afghanistan will be used against any of the countries of the world.
But Mr. Haqqani, our security establishment, our intelligence agencies have confirmed locations, specific locations with latitude, longitude, coordinates of Jaish and Lashkar camps operating out of Afghanistan soil. You are in charge of security in Afghanistan. You are the Interior Minister. So let me ask you this. If at any stage, if the Indian government gives you specific coordinates and locations of these camps, will you be able to act and operate together with the Indian agencies?
Their fears do not have any base. We wish to have cordial relations with India, and such fears seem to be misplaced and undesirable.
What guarantee of security would you provide to Indian diplomatic institutions, projects, and businessmen in Afghanistan at this stage when they want to operate normally?
I have already mentioned previously that such fears are baseless, and we have established peace in the country and ensured that everyone in Afghanistan is safe and secure. We have ensured that the business establishments, national institutions and foreign investments are safe and secure. We have security forces in place to provide security to these establishments, including all the diplomatic institutions. There is no credible fear for the projects, investments. The Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan will prepare ground for their operations without any fear. We firmly assure you.
Mr. Haqqani, another area of concern and a growing concern is the threat of Daesh Khorasan and also very, very critical inputs, confirmed inputs regarding the network of Al-Qaeda affiliates operating out of Afghanistan. What is your take on this?
As we have promised to the world, also the Islamic world is in arms against the ISIS. To control and throw it out, many steps have been taken. With regard to Al-Qaeda, it has no presence in Afghanistan and is no more a threat, and the world is required not to feel threatened about the already dead outfit. Some Western forces which are trying to destabilize the country are being taken care of by the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan to control and contain these forces.
You say that the Al-Qaeda are not a threat and there is a concerted effort to also quash the Daesh. But what steps are you taking as Interior Affairs Minister and also Taliban to stop Afghanistan from becoming a global terror hub again? Because that's the biggest concern.
We have repeatedly said that the Treaty of Doha, which was signed, will be implemented in letter and spirit. And our message to the world is that no such terror outfit will make Afghanistan its center of terror operation. Our security agencies are competent to prevent and to nip such attempts in the bud, and we are firmly united against such forces.
Mr. Haqqani, you are seen as Pakistan's man in the Taliban establishment. You belong more to Pakistan than the Taliban. That's what people say. How do you describe your equations with Iran and Pakistan?
It is the need of the hour that the promises be made to the world, neighbors in the region. In pursuit of these goals, we are striving hard to have friendly and cordial relations with the neighboring countries.
Surprise.